Have you seen Solo? I've been working out of Solo for about a month now, and I'm loving it. It's a desktop workspace by Aaron Francis that runs the coding agents that you already use, Claude Code, Codex, Gemini, any TUIs, as first-class project processes, side by side with the dev stack that they need to understand. Solo manages each pane as a process with logs, state, and local control surface. It's a meta harness for every harness. It's a control plane for your coding workflows. Now, the part that really won me over is the way that Solo handles inter-process awareness. Every pane can see and talk to every other pane through Solo's local MCP server. Claude in one pane can ask Solo what Codex is doing in another. A test runner can check whether the dev server is up before it kicks off. A pane can write a string to any other pane's terminal as if I typed it. The MCP server is a shared bus, and every process Solo manages is a peer on that bus. And so that model is the spine of the idea that I want to present here. If every Solo pane is a peer, a remote voice agent can be a peer too. Now, the challenge that I wanted to overcome is that Solo's peer bus only works when I'm at my laptop. The moments that I really want to reach for a coding agent are sometimes random when I'm not at my laptop. And so maybe I leave the office with 3 agents grinding away on long tasks. An hour later, one of them is silently stuck on a confirmation prompt. Or maybe I'm indisposed while an agent is waiting for a yes or no answer that I could answer in 5 seconds. The work that should have been running in the background is just sitting there waiting. Now, I could just use the dangerously accept permissions, but that's not always the best way to go. So what I wanted was a 30-second phone call that tells me what agent is stuck and what it needs, and I can send verbal feedback, and the agent will just keep moving while I'm away, and then when I get back, everything is complete. And so the pattern that I needed was already there. It's built into Solo. I just wanted 2 ways to reach it. The phone, when I'm out and about and I'm away from my screen, and a mobile-friendly web app when I want to read more context while still being able to reply via voice or even through text input. And so here's the architecture that I built. I wanted to be able to access Solo either on the phone or on a web app. So there's 2 callers and 1 agent. A phone call enters through LiveKit phone numbers and a SIP dispatch rule. A browser enters through a Next.js token route. Both of these land in the same room with the same agent process, which holds a single standard I/O session into Solo's MCP server. Now, from Solo's point of view, the agent is just one more peer on the MCP bus. It happens to also be a LiveKit agent worker. So LiveKit Cloud handles the telephony, the browser WebRTC, the voice loop, and the worker is just a regular process that I start with one command locally, and it talks to Solo over standard I/O on the same machine. Better yet, I can drop it into Solo's command config, and it inherits Solo's auto start and auto restart. And so it's up when Solo is up, and it comes back up if there's ever a crash. And so we have the cloud where it has to be and local where it can be. Both entry points pass an identity check before any LLM is invoked. So the phone leg uses a SIP level caller ID allow list, and the browser leg uses BetterAuth to authenticate and has a LiveKit token route. Now, almost everything that I needed was already in LiveKit agents and in Solo. I just needed to wire them together. I used LiveKit inference to give me one interface for speech to text, LLM, and text to speech. So swapping out providers is just one line edit, and the only credentials that I need are my LiveKit keys. The voice agent doesn't need to do any heavy reasoning, so a small model like GPT 3.5 Mini works fine here. The agent's SDK's MCP integration allows us to easily connect to Solo's standard I/O MCP tools and call them via the LLM natively in our function tools. And the voice loop wraps those pieces with Celero voice activity detection and multilingual turn detector for end of turn detection. And again, the telephony comes from LiveKit phone numbers and a dispatch rule, and the web client gets Solo state through LiveKit data tracks. So there's no need for any extra backend work. Everything routes through LiveKit. Now, Solo's MCP exposes around 78 tools across process state, output, scratch pads, to-dos, timers, coordination. And so that's too many for one voice LLM to reason over. So the bridge narrows it to roughly 10 tools plus one custom tool that I wrote. So first I filtered out the tools that I didn't need in this first iteration, and then added a custom tool that covers fan out questions that would otherwise need many MCP round trips. Now the 10 tools that I'm using range between read tools and write tools, and the custom tool wraps cross-project fan out. So the kind of questions that would otherwise mean 20 MCP calls and over 20 seconds of dead air. So we batch those and run them asynchronously. And these 10 tools only scratch the surface of what Solo offers. And so the next step is maybe like a supervisor pattern where we have one voice agent that hands off work to smaller expert agents, each specialized on a slice of the MCP surface that Solo gives us. So there's no single agent that gets overwhelmed, and the tree can scale as Solo grows. Now again, if every Solo pane is a peer, the next obvious peer is the user when they're not at their laptop. And so the external bridge that I built is one way to add that peer. But maybe, Aaron, if you're watching, maybe we could add something like this natively into Solo. And the lift is pretty small. LiveKit's free build tier covers one free US phone number, 1,000 agent minutes a month, and 50 free inbound phone minutes with no credit card to get started. And so a single user calling into their own Solo can run on that pretty easily. And so it would just be a matter of opting in and then adding your personal LiveKit secrets into your settings in Solo. The pieces are already in place. They just need to be wired together. So let's see where it goes from here. If this video was helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this.